Daniel Harker bolted down the narrow metal stairwell as the first shockwave ripped through the underground complex. The entire structure groaned like a sinking ship, shaking with a violent force that knocked dust loose from the ceiling and sent a harsh ringing through his skull. He clutched the railing to stay upright. The alarms had already failed, dying in a sputter of static seconds after the blast began. Now the only sound was the low, rising rumble beneath him, alive, growing, hungry. He had worked at the London Sovereign Bullion Reserve for 7 years. He had seen emergency drills, system failures, even an electrical fire once, but he had never felt fear like this. The world's largest gold vault was built to withstand anything short of a direct nuclear strike. Yet, something deep in Chamber 9 had detonated with a force that broke every known prediction. And it all traced back to a single impossible object. A 400,000-unit gold bar that shouldn't have existed. The stairwell shook again, harder, forcing Daniel to continue downward even as every instinct screamed at him to run back up and escape. But there was no way out. Blast doors had sealed the moment the sensors detected a breach. Hundreds of staff members were now locked underground, trapped with something no one understood. As he reached the corridor, the lights flickered overhead, casting long, sharp shadows across the polished concrete. A thick haze drifted through the air, carrying a metallic taste that clung to the back of his throat. Ahead of him, the reinforced titanium gate that guarded Chamber 9 was bent outward as though crushed by an immense internal pressure. Chamber doors didn't bend outward. Ever. He stepped toward it, heart thundering, when a voice called out through the smoke. "Daniel, don't go near it." Dr. Evelyn Ross, lead materials physicist, emerged from the haze with 2 assistants behind her, all 3 coated in dust and ash. Her normally calm expression was twisted with raw terror, the kind that only appeared when science failed completely. He swallowed. "What happened inside?" She shook her head. "I don't know, but it isn't over." A sudden vibration moved through the floor, rising up Daniel's legs like electricity. The metal under his boots felt warm, too warm, and the glow from Chamber 9 pulsed brighter, a deep gold that shimmered like liquid fire. Evelyn's assistants took a step back, each instinctively shielding their faces from the heat building in the hallway. Daniel forced himself forward another inch. "We need to see inside." "No," Evelyn snapped, "not until we figure out what's triggering the reaction." Another tremor shimmed and rattled through the corridor. A pipe overhead burst, spraying a cloud of steam that hissed through the corridor like a warning. The temperature was rising faster now, as though the vault itself was turning into a furnace. One of Evelyn's assistants, Jared, stumbled closer to the warped titanium gate, eyes wide, jaw trembling. "It's humming," he whispered, "like something's alive in there." Daniel heard it too, a low, rhythmic vibration that wasn't mechanical, wasn't random. It pulsed with precision, steady, measured, like a heartbeat. Evelyn grabbed Jared by the collar and yanked him back. "Don't listen to it. Don't get close." Daniel forced his eyes to the gap between the twisted metal bars. Beyond them, the chamber glowed with a blinding radiance. Molten gold pooled across the floor, but it wasn't flowing outward. It was flowing inward, being drawn toward a single point at the center of the room. "That can't be natural," Daniel muttered. "What could create that kind of pull?" Before Evelyn could answer, a new sound erupted, sharp, violent, tearing. A second blast wave detonated from inside Chamber 9, hurling air down the hallway with such force that Daniel hit the ground hard, skidding across the floor. Evelyn slammed against the wall, shouting as sparks exploded from the nearby wiring. Jared and the other assistant were thrown backward, tumbling over each other in a cloud of choking dust. Daniel tried to stand, but the pressure forced him flat. The air felt thick, heavy, dragging everything toward the chamber. Then he heard it. A deep, grinding crack, like the earth itself was splitting open. The floor beneath Chamber 9 was giving way. Evelyn crawled toward him, clutching his arm with trembling fingers. "Daniel, we have to move, now. Whatever's happening in there, it's breaking through the vault foundation." He turned his head, staring at the widening fissures beneath the door. Gold light leaked through them, pulsing brighter with every second. The 400,000-unit bar wasn't just exploding.
It was transforming, and the vault was about to collapse around it.